Produce a tornado at any moment because there is rotation with this, so we do want you to continue to seek shelter, whether that's in your basement or whether that is in the most interior room of your house. Threats now include strong winds as well as large hail, but we can't rule out the possibility for a tornado or two, so another couple more minutes for large hail as well as strong winds. So again, if you're in the path of any of these storms, just do take shelter.
October 2nd.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. I only know Benny and the Jets because my mom would play it every time we drove next to an airport, and then I just like associated that. I thought it was like an airport theme song. I don't know. It's about to say the Eiffel Tower. Is like, that is the wrong country for that, Blaise. You took geography. First and foremost, congratulations on getting up that early to get a photo like this. And you know what? If you're like Jeff and you,
Rain.
it is. I mean, we need it. We do need it. We are pretty dry, and I'm happy to say that it is on its way. Thanks to a low pressure system that is really cut off from the jet stream, so it's pulling up plenty of moisture right now. It's spinning just to the north of the Texas Panhandle right now. Zooming in closer to home, we really haven't seen a whole lot in the way of rain shower activity until we headed into the afternoon, but there's that low pressure system and it'll continue to move towards the north as we head throughout this evening. Could see a light rain shower, but most of that rain activity will hold off until tomorrow. Now today we did climb into the mid 70s, which was at least or around 20 degrees warmer than where we should be for this time of year here in Sioux Falls, and elsewhere much of the same story. Those temperatures right now are into the 70s, 75 in Sioux Falls, 74 in Mitchell, 69 in Chamberlain, only 55 in Valentine. That's because that's where we've been seeing a lot more cloud cover and that rain activity throughout the day. And again, most of that shower activity is south or along I-90, but it will be steadily moving northwards as we go throughout the night, and it is going to bring us some much beneficial rain. Now the winds are light and variable right now, but they will be turning out of the northwest as we go throughout the day on Saturday, because two things are going to happen. This low pressure system is going to continue to ride out of the Texas Panhandle and move northeastward. So here's that low spinning around noon tomorrow, and then here's our second cold front moving in out of the north, which is going to help kick this cutoff low and move it back into the jet stream. There it goes spinning off. So by Sunday afternoon and evening, we are in some more northwesterly winds. So we're going to see a little bit of a cool down as we head into next week. Now that low pressure system is going to start to move northwards tonight, and as it does, we could see a little bit of light shower activity along and south of I-90, and then that's going to expand as we go throughout the day on Saturday. Many of us are going to pick up almost a half an inch to an inch of rain, and we need it because we are dry across the region. And then there's that cold front, as I said, helping to kick this low pressure system as it steadily kind of wobbles its way northeastward. And then by Sunday, that cold front moves in some drier air, so we're going to see a little bit more open skies, unlike what this model is suggesting. Going to probably see partly cloudy skies in Pierre and towards the west, and that'll steadily move towards the east as we go into the day on Monday. Now, as I said, most of us are going to pick up about a half an inch to an inch of rain by the time this is all said and done. So Sioux Falls, over an inch of rain is expected, nearly an inch and a half in Sioux City, Aberdeen, 3/10 of an inch, and really any rain that we get out of this system as we go throughout this weekend is greatly needed, because as you can see, many of us are in a moderate drought. Over 90% of Minnesota is in that moderate drought, and nearly 66% of the state of South Dakota is in a moderate drought. So any rain that we get is going to help these dry conditions, but it's not going to completely eradicate them. Now tonight, temperatures are going to be fairly mild underneath those increasing clouds, and again, that chance of rain is going to stay mainly south and along I-90. 53 in Sioux Falls, 41 in Mobridge, while it'll be 50 in Chamberlain. Tomorrow we can expect mostly cloudy skies and a chance of rain throughout the day and across all of the KDLT viewing area. 66 in Sioux Falls, 70 in Yankton. So another mild day, but those temperatures will start to fall as we go into next week. More seasonable with more sunshine.
Well, there's a saying that goes, prayer is asking for rain and faith is carrying an umbrella. Depending on the day, you may catch 3 women with umbrellas in their hand, but faith in their hearts. KDLT's Blaise Keller joins us to share their very unique story.
There are several combinations that may make more sense than weather and nuns. However, for Sister Marva, Sister Rose, and Sister Rulia, their service to God and weather go hand in hand.
And we were driving past this location one day and said, wouldn't it be perfect up there in the monastery?
It was like a sign from God.
We gave Sister Marva a call and in probably October of 2011, and they've been here ever since, and we hope they're going to be here for a long time.
After joining the Mother of God Monastery in 1991 and completing her solemn profession in 1998, Sister Marva has been part of the Mother of God Monastery for a long time. But it's only recently that she, along with Sister Rose and Sister Aurelia, have become weather observers for the town of Watertown.
We get calls from the police department, the schools, and the street department, especially when there's been snow, because they want to know if they need to call a snow emergency, whether they need to call out the snow plows or call off school.
And I take the present reading.
With a temperature gauge beside their garden, a station to collect rain or snow, and their dedication to service,
And it'll give me the high and the low.
you're looking at the only monastery observing site in the state of South Dakota that's driven by dedication to spiritual service.
200.
For women religious in general, doing things like this, like service, just comes natural to us.
While service is a part of their mission, the documentation that these sisters take is crucial to the state of South Dakota.
The only snowfall data we get from the Watertown area is here at the monastery, and that data is used for decisions such as plowing, as Sister Marva said earlier, closing schools or closing early with schools. It's used for water resources here in the Watertown area, and as well as the state climatologist using it to brief the governor just recently on drought declaration.
While their data helps those like Tim Kearns of the National Weather Service in Aberdeen, as both him and Sister Marva pointed out, the monastery is part of a bigger network.
We have nearly 11,000 sites, and those sites all are used from all the way back into the 1800s to build what we now know as our climate across the United States. So they help build our climatological database across the United States and really are the backbone of climate.
But all that service still begins from the heart.
It wasn't too difficult to surface me and the other two sisters because we were always talking about the weather.
Now, as a meteorologist, of course, I had to ask Sister Marva what her favorite weather and seasons were. She said that springtime is her favorite with plenty of sunshine. In fact, throughout winter, she says that she has to constantly tell herself to hang in tight because spring is coming, spring is coming.
Thanks, Blaise. Now, Tim Kearns with the National Weather Service in Aberdeen says that the Mother of God Monastery is one of 50 or so religious sites within the network that spans across the U.S., Puerto Rico, and the Pacific Islands.